Hey guys, what's going on? So we are entering the new world boss right now. I have decided to take Cassandra instead of Laius because of this new effect on his Trident Smash attack where it reduces everyone's crit rate by 500. So if anyone's wondering why I have Cassandra in there, this is the reason. So here we go, we have Protianus. This is pre-recorded, but I'm going to try and act like I'm playing it as usual. So here comes his Trident Smash now, and one thing to keep in note is I did Gao's cleanse right before he smashed me to see if it still cleanses. And in fact, if you missed that, then I'll just tell you, then yes, it still does cleanse all of your buffs. So what you want to do is make sure to give your heroes all the buffs right after the Trident Smash so that, you know, you'll have them and you won't dispel them. Dispel is actually the word I was looking for. Also, you may notice, I know this video might be cut up a little bit because sometimes I'm taking little pauses in between I'm talking and I want to cut those pauses out. You may also notice that it does take a little bit more to get his CC gauge all the way down. It's not so much more than it was before, but it is significant enough that I can definitely feel it. But I actually didn't feel so much that the nerf to the tsunami was impacted that much. I still feel like my heroes are losing mana somewhat quickly. They can manage it a little bit better, but not so much that it feels like they're only losing 600 instead of 1000. Because even before, like Gao and most of my other heroes could still overpower the mana loss, and it's still kind of like that, maybe just a teeny bit better. So I don't know. Also, I find that the water lockdown, the thing where he traps your units in a water prison, is even more manageable, even though it doesn't go away when he goes down. Since it only has half of its duration, it seems to go away pretty quickly. But that does mean some of your heroes can definitely lose a lot of attack power. I'm still unsure if this 15% attack loss is cumulative, so if it'll like 15, then 30, then 45, then 60%. And it keeps going up every time they have to break free of that water prison. Also, next time he does the water prison, I'm going to be looking at his counter, see how close I get to removing those 100 P damage stacks. What I'm actually probably going to do is edit the audio separately so that you can see a smooth like first 3 minutes of the world boss run and see everything that's going on. And then just skip to the end when I'm done talking about him. Because I'm not really focused on anything too specific here, like at this timestamp or that timestamp, so I don't think it's as important. Well, I do see a water prison going on here. And Mother of God, actually, so I'm looking at a timestamp where there's about 30 seconds left, so maybe I'll try and skip to that right now. Those 100 attacks went away incredibly quickly, probably much faster than 10 seconds, even at auto 1.5 times speed. Also, as far as damage is concerned, the numbers are much higher than I've ever seen before. I've never gotten 62 billion, it might be. I could have actually gotten much more because my units will die here before he will become 2 times enraged. So yeah, that's the end of the run. So ultimately, definitely a solid nerf in my opinion, and those 100 P damage stacks, well, the ones I actually looked at went away super quickly, much more quickly than 10 seconds in my opinion. But yeah, there's that. I'm not sure if Cassandra was a huge part there since she wasn't even in my main team. I did try several runs after this with Cassandra in my main team, as you might be seeing here, but I just couldn't keep up with making sure everyone was doing what they needed to at the exact same time. That was a little bit too high level for me. I did try completely off auto and off 1.5 times speed, but even with that, I definitely need a lot more practice. So we're gonna be skipping this footage up until this run, which I decided to keep. It is kind of the same strategy I used before. You can see Cassandra is in my main team, but I don't take too much care of her. You can see here he does his Trident Smash, and then I do Gao's Fist And then I do Gao's Cleanse and Cassandra's crit buff. But it is much more important for me that I try and save the big CCs like Lorraine's S3 and Gao's S3 for when he's up, and not accidentally using them when he's down, like you probably just saw that I did. I think Lorraine's skill 3 went off when it shouldn't have, and that's because I was trying to take care of Cassandra as well. I'm sure it is possible to take care of all 4 heroes on auto 1.5, it's just I don't have that level of practice under my belt yet, so I just stick to mostly trying to control Gao and Lorraine, and whenever I see that Gao and Lorraine are taken care of for the next 5 or 10 seconds, then I can go check out what's going on with Cassandra. Maybe just reserve her 3rd skill because it doesn't matter if that goes off or not, and try and keep her 2nd skill, her crit chance, for when he's doing the Trident Smash. So I just saw another Trident Smash. Again, my voice might not be lining up to what's going on the screen right now because I'm going to edit them separately, so apologies if it's confusing, but I just saw he did another Trident Smash, and right after that I had used Gao's S2, and Cassandra's S2 was on like a 5-second left cooldown, and that was still okay. So it looks like attacking him 100 times with P damage is easily doable if you have mostly physical damage dealers. I only have, I guess, 2 non-physical damage dealers, and that's Lorraine and Cassandra. So even if you have 2 that aren't physical DPS, it looks like it's plenty, because I'm sure those 100 stacks went away much quicker than 10 seconds, or even maybe 5 or 6 seconds. You know, I guess 1.5 times speed would be 7.5 seconds, I guess, and it was still much faster than that. Saving Mediana's S2 for when he traps someone in a bubble would be also a good idea, because her beam attacks very quickly. It's kind of like Aisha's laser, but physical, of course. So if you have fast attackers and enough physical damage dealers, it looks like the water prison is a joke. In the meantime, it's easy to get those 100 attacks off, as long as, you know, it doesn't trap anyone too important right off the bat. Like Mitra, if he trapped Mitra right off the bat, it would be bad because he is one of my fastest physical damage dealers. So what I'm watching here is the end of the run. We're at 0 minutes, and it looks like we have the 2 DPS and Mediana alive, but that's probably going to be it. Almost 65 billion, which again just broke my record. I'll be honest, I didn't try too often, so like when I saw those 60 and 65 billion damages, I'm like, I'm going to take that. I'm not going to retry. That's an awesome number for me. So possibly I could have gotten higher if I were to retry a few times, but you know, in the past I was like, I can do more than that, and then I would spend the next 2 hours not even getting close to that previous number. So I was like, well, damn, I may as well take it, not be greedy, and just walk away satisfied. I did check the next day, and I was still in top 10, so I'm really happy with that. Just for fun, we can also check out what we got in our world boss boxes. Here in the ancient one, we got, wow, amazing, 4 heroic runes. I'm satisfied and happy. I will have a use for them, definitely, and 1,000 stardust. I definitely don't have enough stardust. I mean, I don't have 1,000,000. Let's see what our heroic runes gives us. Hopefully like an in-block. I don't know. I guess I didn't care. But yeah, all in all, it seems like World Boss is definitely much easier than it was before. It felt like, though, that his damage wasn't really nerfed, because before this patch, I never had a problem surviving until he was 2 times enraged. And now, my units are dying as soon as he gets enraged pretty much, sometimes a little bit earlier in some of those runs that you didn't see here. That may be due to the fact that I'm bringing Cassandra instead of Laius, because Laius does have some protecting skills, and she's a more reliable healer in my opinion. Also, her unique weapon, I believe, heals with every attack, as long as it's a crit. I also left my recorder recording while doing some arena battles, trying a slightly new comp. I took Nyx out to try a dual tank, and it's actually a pretty fun comp. We have the Deal Up, we have Dealette, which I name a DPS Scarlet, we have Ricardo, and Mediana. So no real DPS there, but they all do a significant enough damage in arena that I don't really need one. So this doesn't really have to do anything with World Boss, but if it's requested, I'll put this footage out there because I think it's a pretty interesting team. Interesting to see what they're doing in there, but yeah. Also, I bought several of these generic treasures because, you know, it's going to take a minimum of 3 weeks before you can get one, a random one from League of Honor, and then it could be one you don't even want. And even if it would be for someone you want, you know, then you can use those generic treasures on someone else, because there'll at least be, you know, 7 other heroes that you're using, at least when you're going into World Boss. They are very expensive at 230k raid tokens each, but, well, gives me a reason to do Dragon Raids again, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, tell me what you think about the Protianus change or this video in general. Leave those thoughts down there if you so choose. Leaving a like would also be greatly appreciated if you did happen to enjoy. thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time. Also a big shout out / apology to Stormrage, my newest patron. Sorry for the delayed shout out, but you are very much appreciated for your support over on Patreon, as well as all my other patrons. But with that, that'll do it. I'll see you guys next time.